Investigating a double shooting involving two separate locations, one of them the Spinelli's on Baxter Avenue. Around 1:30 this morning, police say a man showed up to the restaurant with a gunshot wound but refused treatment. Just an hour before, another man was found shot at 26th and Bank Streets in the Portland neighborhood. Investigators determined the two scenes and victims were connected and there was no shooting at Spinelli's. They believe all parties are accounted for.
Right, getting you to our top story now. The wife of former Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll is out of jail this morning after posting bond.
Misty Knoll is facing 10 felony charges, all connected to months of state and local investigations into her husband, Jamie Knoll. Jim Stratman is joining us in the studio with the details on this. Jim, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Grace and Eric. The judge in this case saying that he believes Misty Knoll could be a flight risk, which is why, as part of her bond, he included turning over her passport and an understanding that she's only allowed to leave Indiana to go across the river here to Louisville to meet with her lawyer. Now, Jamie and Misty Knoll are each facing 10 charges, accused of spending millions on Utica Township Firefighter Association credit cards and not declaring income on their joint taxes. Court documents claim Misty Knoll made at least $660,000 worth of personal purchases with that money. Special Judge Larry Medlock says Misty had access to the more than $4.8 million that Jamie is accused of taking. He set her bond at $30,000 and said he may even have set Jamie's higher had he known the extent of the money taken.
If I was aware that Mr. Knoll had allegedly taken millions of dollars from the Firefighters Association, my bond would probably have been substantially higher.
Now, Jamie Knoll already has paid his $75,000 bond. He's also facing an additional 15 felony charges, including counts of corrupt business practices, ghost employment, official misconduct, theft, and tax evasion. Now, Jamie is scheduled to be back in court on March 15th. Misty's next court date is set for April 9th. Grace, Eric?
All right, Jim, thank you. A Louisville family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Metro Corrections leadership and some of its officers after an in-custody death. Leslie Starnes took his own life inside the jail on February 2nd of 2022. The lawsuit says Starnes told officers and medical staff that he had recently attempted suicide and was clearly in psychological distress. The suit claims those comments and behavior were noted, but Starnes was placed into a single occupancy cell without being medically cleared. It goes on to say staff did not appropriately monitor him, which they say directly contributed to his death. A jail spokesperson told us they are not able to comment on pending litigation.
The man accused of harassing women in Louisville's medical district will undergo another psychiatric evaluation. Yesterday, Antonio Coleman faced a judge who made the decision. Coleman has a history of being arrested but being deemed incompetent to stand trial. His public defender says he was evaluated in October of last year. Since then, he's been in court at least 4 more times. She called it a waste of jail and court resources, but county prosecutors argue he shouldn't get a free pass.
What we shouldn't be doing is basically sending the message to someone who's previously been found incompetent that you've now got a license for whatever months you want to commit crimes and nobody's going to do anything about it.
Coleman's next court date is set for March the 8th.
After nearly 40 years, Humana is leaving the Humana Tower building in downtown Louisville. Humana announced it's going to move its employees out of the tower to its waterside buildings a few blocks down East Main. A company spokesperson said the move will improve the work experience for employees because the waterside building is bigger and recently renovated. And they've also spent the last few years working to fix design and construction issues on the Humana Tower, which opened back in 1985. Rebecca Fleischiker with the Louisville Downtown Partnership says they're working to identify future uses for that building.
We know that we've got buildings that are no longer going to be used as office. Could those be reused for residential development? We need residential units. We also need hotel developments. That's still to be seen. I'll be working closely with Mayor Greenberg and his administration on figuring that out.
Speaking of the mayor, his office released a statement. His spokesperson, Kevin Trigger, said the mayor's office is looking at this as an opportunity for future growth. He adds they're, quote, looking forward to ongoing conversations with Humana and other partners about how this property's next chapter will continue to be an asset to our beautiful, vibrant downtown.
The New Albany City Council is backing Mayor Jeff Gahan's proposal to pause construction on new apartments in the city with another unanimous vote to move forward. But not everybody living in New Albany agrees with the council. WHAS11's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Addie Hill report.
New Albany has plenty of new apartment buildings. That's how the mayor and other top city leaders view it. With the hunt for affordable housing growing more difficult, the city is moving closer to saying no more, halting construction of new apartments and short-term rentals. Zachary White, a New Albany homeowner and designer at an architecture firm, has been vocal about his opposition to the proposed moratorium.
Costs for a single-family property have skyrocketed. You can't really build as affordable as you previously have for the same square footage that you can get in a multifamily property.
The goal of the moratorium is to increase home ownership by temporarily stopping the construction of multifamily properties like apartments for at least a year. A comprehensive housing study for New Albany conducted by U of L found that home ownership in the city has fallen from a high of 65% in 1960 to 54% today.
When there are less apartment units, there's less opportunity for people my age and younger to enter a community. A lot of jobs are remote now, a lot of jobs are temporary.
White believes a moratorium could lead to a population exodus in New Albany, a sentiment the New Albany City Council disagrees with, voting unanimously to move forward with the proposed moratorium. In New Albany, Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
The New Albany City Council plans to conduct its third reading of the proposal at its February 15th meeting.